Okay, we live. Good
Hello,
morning,
everyone.
my friend.
Good morning.
Date number 4.
We're missing two gents.
Yeah,
They're a bit
Hanne
sleepy
and Mark
right now.
they will not join us today. But how much fun can we have? Just the two of us.
You get us.
Just the two of us.
You get us all to yourself.
Mm-hmm. And so it's our fourth date, fourth weekly Facebook Live on Ask a Gentleman's group. Thank you so much for the 734 people in that group. I'm so excited. I'm so grateful for you. Oh, thank you. So
what's the question for today?
So the question for today is from Claudia Rivera. As a lady, what could I do to inspire my young adult son to become a magnificent gentleman?
That's a great question. Well, one of the things I would say is like being willing to show him how to care for him by caring for you, because it's like as kids, we dynamically pick up on whatever's going on for our parents, and it's like, we'll basically look to what they're being and what they're choosing and often duplicate that. So I would say one of the first things would be to have a sense of caring for you and start to ask him questions that would allow him to know what's caring for him as well. And a question like that could be, okay, so if you were choosing for you in this situation, what would you choose?
How does it get any better than that? Is that so simple, Sul?
It sounds simple, but yeah, maybe the application of it, there might be a little bit, there might be more to it in the situation. But I mean, it is in one way, in that, if you would like to inspire someone to be something like magnificent, it's like sometimes the greatest invitation to someone else being that is you being that, so that they see that they have that choice available for them.
Yeah, and it's like a muscle you can train on a daily basis. I mean, it's inside us. We just have to choose it and never make yourself wrong. Like if you acknowledge the fact that you are not at that moment being that question, just acknowledge it, destroy and create it, and choose that now for the next 10 seconds. And on a daily basis, what I love is to, like, you can write down that question and like having I don't use post-it, but hey, our little gentleman's there. Hello, Silas.
Just woke up.
And yeah. And you can have like,
okay, we're talking around a bit.
And you can like just write it down, and like every morning just read it, maybe 1 time, 2 times, 10 times, or put a reminder in your phone, like a hourly reminder. What was your question? How you said it? If I was me, what would I choose today?
If I was choosing for me, what would I choose? So like if you're in a situation, for example, where there's like, it might be like a lot of kids and there's like pressure to choose something. Okay, so if you were choosing for you here, what would you choose? Because it's like sometimes, and we all do this, is we'll just go along with whatever's happening. But it's like, what if you're actually willing to make a different choice and choose for you and be the inspiration for others having those choices available to them as well? And it's like actually on a broader scale, like, and talking about raising the next generation, it's like when kids are shown that they have different choices available and they can make different choices, you don't get that same sort of like herd mentality when they grow up of just trying to fit in and do what everyone else does because that's what they see around them. You get kids and you get young adults that like know what's true for them, willing to choose something different, and that's what actually creates something different in the world as well.
Oh yeah, how does it get any better than that? Oh, thank you so much. I'm just smiling so badly because I told this week to Sul like, oh, we should buy you a new headset, new headphones because every time sounds so bad. And today you're there with a pretty new one, like it's working so good. And then Silas came and just with his head is taping on the microphone like that. And I said, oh my God, last week it was like Air Force jet plane. And every week we will have something with the sound. But how did we get so lucky? And thank you, Silas, for the contribution.
And Romain, you have three kids of your own. Tell us a little bit about
two. Oh my
right,
God.
Sorry.
What did you just created? No, two is fine. I'm
I
good
thought
with
you had
two.
Three. That's
no,
so weird.
Two little gentlemen, like Noah, 11 years old, and Kian, 7.5.
Maybe you have one coming.
Oh no, my God! I will go to the surgery right now. Not because of them; they are great, but it's like we travel so much and it's so fun and easy. Like two is good. Yeah. 3 kids, you need to change your car. You need to change everything. Like it's not that.
You don't want to drive a people mover around.
No. It was so much fun and like, to answer your question, like not more seriously because I'm not serious. I love to have fun, and it's like, when you talk about you being you, and all the travel I make on my own or with them because we have a completely different families relationship. So sometimes we left for 4 months being 24/7 all together, like for 4 months. And at the same time, I just went in Australia for months on my own, and Elodie can do stuff on her own too, obviously. And it's like, okay, what if by being me, choosing more and more and more and more and more for me, was the invitation for them to choose more for them now and later. And it's so good because they have a lot of gratitude to me by like, you're not there, but we never make you uncomfortable about that. And it's so funny, the contribution when I was in Australia, like, and it's so what the invitation I want to be for them is to choose more for them. And the best way to do that is what you said, like, if you can choose anything for you, if you were choosing for you, what would you choose? And it's good. It's not selfish at all. It's all about the space you do it, and like, yeah, the vulnerability you be, the kindness you be, and yeah, what else is possible? Let's create a new reality. And I love them. Like, if you can see those two beings like you, it's like Silas, like Noah and Kian, like they say hello to everyone. They are very polite and stuff, but they are themselves. At this time, Kian, the little one, love to put like, I don't know, nails, color and stuff. And it's like, oh, okay. And like, oh yeah, you want long hair and stuff. And it's like, oh, okay, being that space for him to be whatever he chooses to be, and let him know that he can choose anything and change his choice too. Yeah. Like, yeah. Okay.
And I've seen photos of you guys and you look very happy. You look like you're having a lot of fun, which I think is important as well as a kid, to, like you were saying, not to take things too seriously. Like, because part of being a kid is playing and having that interaction with the world. And like you say, like, Silas also does that where he'll go up to everyone and be like, hey, you want to play? They've just got that curiosity and everything. So I think that's part of them also exploring what it is for them.
Yeah, and at Silas' age, it doesn't have any point of view. Like, I remember during class sometime, I don't know if you remember, he just jump on the stage or just cross over me in the room and just give me a hug, like, and just go like without a word or nothing. And like, boom, the contribution, it it was for me. And I said, because when you push your barrier down, when you lower down your barrier, and you being that space of vulnerability and kindness, I know we talk a lot about kindness and vulnerability, but what if just by being vulnerable and being kind, you open a space completely different with your relationship with yourself and others? Yeah. What else is possible?
Yeah. Yeah, there was something else there, but I can't remember it right now. I think I like the word magnificent, because I think, one of the things that we also talk about in the Return of the Gentleman books is like about being everything you are. So being also like, potent, and it's like having all of these energies available. And I think as kids tend to have that, but like they also tend to have it in a really different way, or it gets expressed really differently. And we're often, as kids, told that we're wrong if we're being like an energy of potency, or something like that. And so I think it's also important to, as much as possible, like allow that to be, and then also just give kids questions that will allow them to see what their choices are creating with people and in the world. Because it's like it's great to have it there, and also if you have it, if there's certain moments where it doesn't create more, or where it is going to create more, but they have to find out what that is a little bit for them. And it's like we can't always, if any of you parents out there would know, if you tell your kids anything, it's like, usually they want to do the exact opposite of what you tell them. So being that it's a very interesting dance to sort of navigate in terms of, like, I guess, how you see the world and how you would like things to be. And then they also have their total own point of view and their own reality. And so it's kind of also about how your reality and their reality interact, and what gets created by that. Like me and this guy have been like fighting a lot lately, and like bumping heads and stuff, and just recently have gotten to some places where we're just like, all right, this isn't really fun for either of us. So, what other choices do we have available, and what else can we create? And it's starting to change, and we still fight a lot. So, yeah.
And it can change at any time. Like you said, like if you can see Noah now is like, he's going to my shoulder. Like it's only 11 years old, but he's like so high and tall. And now, like, we have those kind of fighting too. And now it's like, oh, daddy, come to give me a hug and stuff. Like, and like, oh my God, yeah, sure. And like, sometimes they are good reminder. I mean, if I'm really working on something and they come, I just told them, hey, look, I'm doing something right now. Can we do it later? Or depending from from which space he come or they come to me. And if I know it's like really now, they need my contribution right now, I just pause what I'm doing and be the contribution for them. If not, I said, hey, look, I'm really working on something. Can we chat later and stuff? And usually they say, oh yeah, no problem. And it's just like honoring yourself, like let them know. And like by being you, honoring yourself, you are the invitation for them, and they understand everything. Like they get everything. So it can be really tricky sometimes when they are very little like yours, because it doesn't have any point of view, and sometimes maybe just want your time and stuff, and sometimes you just want to fight, and sometimes we all like to fight at some point. And like, but what does it create? And like you said, with Christian, you can change that. And it's good because we always, I ask myself question all day. Sometimes what's fun we do with LOD in front of the king is asking us the question like out loud with our voice, so they can hear it and say, oh, you know, it's like training their own muscle for later, like to choose more and to ask questions and stuff. And when we see like, yeah, you know, when they come from home, from school and like okay, who does this belong to and stuff, like asking them a lot of questions just to train them their own muscle to ask questions. And it's funny because it's all changing like that. Can be so simple.
Cool. Yeah, that's a great point. And yeah, I love it.
Oh.
I wonder, is there any other questions in the chat or?
No, not that I didn't.
Okay.
No. Oh, we must let people know, like on the 15th of January, if I'm good, yeah, we are doing a free Zoom for kids, teenager, and their parents. I will post the link in the comment of that.
It's called Easing into Adulthood, and yeah, we just created it because like a lot of us would have really loved to have had some of these tools as kids, as young adults, as teenagers, and so it's also like for parents because I think as parents we all know what it was like, you know, growing up as a teenager or, you know, whatever it is, but we didn't necessarily have access to these tools. And so it's like, we're just looking for, how can we just create more ease in this area for everyone? So yeah, it's free, 15th of Jan, probably an hour and a half with the 4 of us. And yeah, we'd love to have you there.
And your kids, and so much fun. So Claudia, please come, John, let's have fun. And yeah, how does it get into
where do they sign up?
Oh, I will put the link in the comment. I think it's on the Access website or on our website, the Gents.club. I will find that and just post every link. Thank you so much. Thank you,
sir.
See you next week. Everyone. Thanks everyone for watching that. And please invite your friend outside of Access to join that group, Ask a Gentleman. It's completely free and they can ask any question they want, and please ask questions. I know you would like to ask questions, so please ask questions and let's have so much fun. Let's create a completely different new reality and new space for men and women and kids.
Not yet.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Say bye, Sally.
Bye,
guys.